everyone, and welcome back to Controlled Burn. This is our Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition game. We are beginning Season 3 tonight. I am so happy to have this game back. It's been a while, and been looking forward to getting back into playing some Werewolf. So if this is your first time on the channel, glad you're here. Welcome. Please be sure to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers we've received recently. Glad you're enjoying the content. So stick around. We've got lots more games to go, even next week and the weeks coming up. So going to go ahead and have our players introduce themselves. We won't pick on the new guy yet. Let's start with Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt. I am playing Brian Greenwell, a child of Gaia Theurge, who was formerly a paramedic before his big change, and he's been spending his summer, whatever time it was down, looking for a job, trying to get back into the swing of things of what he used to do, and hopefully make more money because we're poor.
All righty. And Aloysius.
Hello, I'm Aloysius. I'm playing Otto Miller. Before his first change, he was a private security officer working at Megadon, and that went about as well as you could possibly expect it to. These days, he's mainly working as a bartender / bouncer, and just trying to do what he feels comfortable with, getting used to, guru life slowly but surely.
Working on those anger issues. So.
Yeah, it's a middling success.
All right, Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm playing Alice Monroe. She is a librarian, and I think she's probably been spending her free time checking out plenty of books from the library, going through them, and just kind of bringing them back just because it's fun for her. So that's about what she's doing. She didn't know she was a werewolf until she went camping again. Her parents used to take her camping when she was a kid, and so she had the tent and everything, and there was a mountain lion following her, and she turned into a werewolf and was like, what the heck just happened? Yeah.
All right. Whispers.
I'm playing Diana Teliotita, which I finally fucking pronounced it after 3 seasons. Thank you, Sweet Impediment, for not interrupting me for once. I'm taking that as a victory. Diana, before her first change, was just, your simple 17-year-old, just graduated high school, a bit of an overachiever with, severe anxiety, who turned into a bitch when to them they were kidnapped and abandoned by their family and taken into the middle of the woods after almost murdering a group of girls during her first change. The traditional teenage experience. He spent some time as a waitress for a bit before working for the wildlife conservation over the forest that Karen is in, while attending Harvard University, getting her degree in law and wildlife conservation. Oh, she's a Philidoc Silver Fang. Everybody else mentioned their shit and I almost forgot mine.
All good. Okay. New kid.
Yeah.
Amy.
Playing Sam Butcher, he's a historian.
Sam Butcher.
Sam Butcher. I forgot to put his name on the sheet.
I was going to say, you've never told me what his real name is.
At least it's not Billy Butcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, different game.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
All right. Awesome. Longtooth is joining the party. Okay. Well, let's jump in. Again, our last season ended with the pack had been working to kind of help preserve the balance of nature, if you want to call it that, in Mount Rainier Park. The forces of the wild had kind of kicked up some trouble. Some spirits had started causing some trouble, and almost potentially awoke an ancient Garal, a werebear. Luckily, the bear did not wake up and go crazy and kill a million people, thanks to the efforts of the pack. Again, they've spent the past couple months since the winter, now into the spring, and they have kind of each had their own interests, but tend to be staying near the cairn in the park. Then one day, we're going to say that Whispers, your character gets a phone call.
Yeah, Diana would answer it.
Yep.
She has no reason not to.
Yep. It's a number you recognize from a local number you recognize, and it is a guru you've known previously. His name is Prashant. He is a glasswalker who primarily lives in Seattle, but is part of the Sept. And he asks you that there is a guru in Seattle who needs assistance. Their name is Longtooth, he tells you, and that he's going to send you information about what is going on. Now we are going to then switch to about a day earlier than that. Longtooth, you have many kinfolk. I believe you have like 5 dots in kinfolk, which means you're related to everybody.
Yeah.
You get a contact from one of your cousins. Now, like anything, you're like, okay, which cousin? I have 50, just on my mom's side, It is a woman you know by the name of Jenny Moore. And she runs a youth shelter in Seattle. It is a place for at-risk youth, kids who have either been thrown out of their house, have run away, who may have drug problems, may have mental problems. She has opened this place about 10 years ago as a way to help these kids. She knows that runaways get preyed upon in the cities. So she's opened this place to try to give these kids a place to stay temporarily while they're figuring things out. So she's contacted Longtooth, or Sam, to ask about. She has some questions about a business that's opened recently by the shelter, and she doesn't really want to discuss it on the phone. So she's asked if when you have a chance, if you could swing by the local Starbucks in Seattle. I mean, there's only, I think, one on every other corner. But she chooses a coffee shop for you guys to meet at.
Okay.
When you arrive, she is a woman in her mid-40s. She probably looks older than her age. Has curly blonde hair that's all just kind of pulled back in this long braid. Bags under her eyes. She doesn't get a lot of rest. She's her life really is helping these kids. And you probably haven't seen her in a couple years, honestly. But when she sees you, she just kind of waves you over to a table.
I wave back and go sit down next to her.
Okay. When you sit down, she kind of gives you the following story. It seems like there's this new business that's opened about half a block away. from the shelter, this place called Harmony Wellness Center. And she knows it's got to be affiliated with some kind of medical clinic, but they seem to be advertising basically a way to get low-priced meds.
What?
That this type of business may be attractive to kids who may have substance problems, and they haven't really done anything to her personally. It bothers her that a business like this would open really near where kids are trying to recover. And frankly, in the last 3 months, she has had 2 kids who were staying at the shelter leave. Not, hey, I'm going to go just flat out left, either that or disappeared. She's asked the cops about it, about helping, maybe to find these kids. Frankly, the cops just don't have the bandwidth to do anything about these kids, unfortunately. And they don't necessarily see anything wrong with this wellness center. They can't go in there and go, hey, are you giving free drugs to kids? So she's kind of at her wit's end. There's another girl at the shelter who's really on edge now about this place. A girl by the name of Savannah is very on edge about it and is convinced that one of the missing kids possibly was helped by this place, but is really getting kind of freaked out about it. So she knows that you have skills. She is kinfolk, so she's she knows essentially what you are, but has asked if there's anything that you can help with.
I assume that you've already looked in local regulations for pharmaceutical companies and so on supporting your children's facilities.
Yeah, she's kind of done what she can. She's she's done a little Googling on the place. Hasn't really come across anything unusual. From what she's found, that this place is not necessarily giving out pills. They seem to be more of a referral service that is connected with some kind of doctors or something. This place just seems to be more of like an information center for people to come in and get information on it. But she's just not sure, kind of what to do next.
Okay. I have no problem looking into it. We need to get some sleep.
Yeah, she's she's like, I've got cameras at the place. I don't see anybody, coming around trying to do anything. But she's like, yeah, whatever you can do. Now, the research you've done, we're going to kind of go through some of it. You've kind of done some cursory research on the place, maybe a drive-by. It doesn't look sketchy to you. It's what you found. There's actually 5 of these places through the Seattle Tacoma area. So you'd have to do further research really to find out more about them. But you get the feeling this isn't something you're going to be able to do yourself.
Right.
While you do not currently have a pack, you know of another Geru Prashant Nayar stalks the worm, a local glasswalker. He's a IT guy, and you've kind of turned to him to say, hey, you know, I might need some backup for checking this place out. So
Okay, that makes sense.
okay. So what we're going to do next is, now that Diana has gotten the message about someone needing some help in Seattle, that's where we're going to turn it over to Diana to see what she does from there.
Yeah, so while on the phone with Prashant, Diana would get a bit more information before going back to the rest of the pack. And she's like, so exactly what is the details of this trouble that we're helping with?
We're concerned, first off, that with missing kids, that are they going to this wellness center? Are they using it to get drugs? The other thing he's worried about personally, is if any of these kids could possibly be lost cubs. Now, the odds are low that any of these kids could be, you know, cubs that haven't had their first change yet, but pretty much anyone who might be preying on children is kind of a red flag to him. It could turn out to be nothing, but he just feels that Longtooth, the guru he's been in contact, probably will need some help kind of going through all this.
Yeah, I finished my shift in a couple hours. I'm just doing a gallivant around the Kieran like I usually do.
Okay.
Still not getting paid for it.
Okay.
I will get paid one day. And then
Is it
I'll
time
talk.
for a race?
Yeah. I'll talk to the others and I'll get back to you by tonight. But if there's a wellness center, can you look into see if there's any temporary job openings that maybe we can implant someone in one of the local centers?
It's not a bad idea. Yeah, he gives you the name of it. It's Harmony Wellness Center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a quick Google search would tell you if they have any openings.
Yeah. Then done. Oh, thank you. And Prashant, if you're ever back in the Kieran, our Wi-Fi router broke.
I know. He's like I got a satellite, kind of a satellite phone. It's more of a it's got more of a spirit to it than your old school satellite phones. He's like, yeah, I gotta get you guys one for when you're out at the Karen.
Yeah.
He's like, let me do that. He's like, I'll get on that. I'll get a phone for you guys.
You know what? Why don't you make it, and if we're coming up there, we can just bring it back. There's no need for you to make the flight if we're flying up.
No. He's not flying. He's like, I'm like 30 minutes away in Seattle.
Oh yeah, not me forgetting we were that close to Seattle in character. Yeah, you know what? In character, Diana's just busy. She's just doing
He's like,
something at once.
he just like pauses, like, I don't need to fly out there. I can drive out there like I normally do.
Okay, well, I apologize. I'm helping some bear cubs.
No problem.
But yeah, I'll hang up, and then after work, working my shift as a volunteer, Diana will give everybody a quick howl in the woods to pull the pack together.
Okay. Yeah, you guys would be kind of still meeting at the Karen regularly now that it's spring. So
yeah. But, once everybody's together, Diana's gonna hand out some snacks, just some trail mix for everybody. The trail mix was gonna come back, y'all. It's happened every season at least once. This goes, so, everybody, we have been called by Prashant. There seems to be a wellness center that is causing kids to go missing.
Oh, that's not
And
good.
yeah, it's really
Yeah.
bad. So we contact Prashant's Longtooth was the name that I got, is requesting backup and help to, see what's going on with the wellness centers and with the kids.
Okay. Now, I am obviously all for this, but I'm more just curious as to why the Guru care about this. Because this kind of basis, I don't obviously, maybe you don't even know all the details, but this kind of sounds like a quote unquote human problem.
It does, but there could be a chance that the kids that are going missing are lost cause.
I see. Okay, so that's why they care.
Especially from like the vibe that I was getting is these kids are like under like some protection from the Guru. So if they're going missing, then that's a big issue.
Somebody's got some real background noise going.
Yeah, there's some somewhere.
I don't hear it.
I hear.
Maybe it's me.
Might be you then.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and our wonderful medic. Being that the wellness centers are medical centers, I was thinking maybe if we do this, you might want to, volunteer or get like a temporary job there, so we have an inside man. I do have their phone number if you want to make that call.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. At least I have the background to get started.
Yeah, I'll send you that number.
Okay.
And
You can walk over with your resume.
yeah, it's hi.
Yeah, the premise I may not.
I work here.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll want to like. It kind of depends on like. Well, I guess it might not matter because if they're up to no good, they may not care about what happened with my first change. And if they do care and look into this, then they're going to be like, "Oh, sorry, no."
Give them a fake name.
You don't have to give them your real name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know you.
Use a fake
Probably.
identity, like a normal person.
Like a normal person. Trying to get a real job, I'll lie about who I am, right?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get a real job to be a fake person.
Yeah. Look at Otto.
All right, we'll give it a shot.
Yeah, if we're all in agreement, we can tell Prashant that we can head there tomorrow morning if everybody's off.
I can be. Mhm.
I can also be.
I suppose I can be. I don't know what my current job situation is. So.
Yeah. Well, since the new... Oh, by the way, the bear cubs are amazing. So, like, I am going to do something for the bear spirit before we leave. Just to help welcome in, the new cubs.
Yeah. Actually, Mother's Dream is has been spending her time out in the wild. The bears seem to be better. There doesn't seem to be long-lasting effects of whatever had been possessing them. Can't think of a better term to call the call of the wild. Has kind of ebbed and flowed. It's still stronger than it used to be, but it seemed like the storm had made it worse. So she feels pretty comfortable that the bears are kind of back to normal, so she'd be ready to go to Seattle with you as well.
Yeah. Cool. So all of us are going. Otto, do you mind driving so I can do some more research on maybe local law, family law on our way over there in tonight?
Otto.
Oh,
Otto?
yes. I'm sorry. Everything froze for like 1 second, so I only heard most of the message.
Oh no.
Yeah,
but
just
yes.
a minute. Yeah, go ahead.
But yes, that sounds like a good idea.
And without being able to see you, we can't see you freeze up. So
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we didn't know.
I'm kind of missing the key indicator there.
All right.
Yes, and Alice, as a librarian, I might send you to check on the youth center and get information from there. So I'm assuming as a librarian, you're better than kids than the three of us. You're better
Yeah.
with that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
especially
just
young kids. You just
inherently.
read them a story and they're happy. So I'll gather some
Prashant?
stuff from the library.
Prashant texted you Longtooth's phone number
Yeah.
so that you can get in touch with him when you're in town.
Yeah. So if that's all, Diana's just like, we should just quickly just do our quick run-throughs that we've been doing since winter over the Karen, and then we'll all head home, start on our things. Otto, if you can make sure the truck is running. I believe our oil might need to be changed here soon.
Yeah, that
like
sounds about right.
I do actually have a bunch of papers. I'm going like I have a list of stuff I wanted to do.
I think that requires a roll. No, just kidding. No.
Then it's like, Matt, if you want to go ahead and call them tonight and at least leave a voicemail, so they at least know you're interested and that you're coming by tomorrow. And Alice, what time does the library close?
On Saturdays it's open until like 5:30, and on other days it's later for people to come in and study.
Could you get me in so I can look at their law section since I'm not a student there?
Sure.
Wonderful.
I'll just
we'll
tell
go
them that you're my apprentice and you're checking out what it's like to work as a librarian or something like that. It'd be fine.
We've used that so many. You've been learning the last year.
They don't pay
that we're-
attention to me very often, so it's fine.
It's very easy to lie to them. To be fair, I do look like a college student.
Yes.
So.
Well, it also
but
probably
yeah.
helps that you are one, just not at that college.
Well,
Not
yes.
at that
Yeah.
college. It's like, where's your college ID?
Can't lie if you are one.
Right.
But yeah, with that, I think we all got our things. Me and Alice will head to the library.
Mhm.
Auto, make
Okay.
sure the truck is good for our travels, and call the place.
Okay.
Get interested and do some research on the medical side of it. All right, let's go. And
Okay.
then
All right.
Pause in.
And break.
Yeah, pause in.
Exactly.
Oh, Pathfinders. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we start off then with the library research?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mainly for Diana, her specialty is, environmental law.
Okay.
And if she's going to be dealing with like wellness in kids, she is going to take some notes, study, and find books on possibly family law and medical law, and just like get the basics to try to help her in this
Okay.
situation in case
Yeah,
she
I
needs
could probably
it.
help you find some of those books pretty easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see how well you do with it. Let's have you, Jen.
Mhm.
Let's have you make an academics and intelligence roll.
Okay. In that order?
Yep.
Okay. So
It's
academics.
only taken me 3 seasons to learn the order to tell you.
And intelligence. Okay.
And you have a specialty in intelligence.
I
so
do. Yeah. So what do I do with that?
I believe. Think bonus. I think you just put like a 1 in there.
A 1.
Yeah,
in...
you get like an additional
Yeah.
die if it's
Oh,
applicable to
bonus,
what you're
okay.
doing.
Yeah.
All right. I'll
Put
try
a 1
that.
in there. And
Sure.
difficulty 6. That's fine.
Okay. It looks like it's 6 is highlighted already. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
Perfect.
okay. So I'm gonna roll. It didn't do it. There we go.
There we go.
Lag.
5 successes.
5
Oh, that's
successes.
good.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay. What do you want to know?
Um,
If you want to know, I'll bring you books.
You find
Yeah.
books. I mean, they're fairly up to date.
Mhm.
They're really going more towards online libraries.
Mhm.
But yeah, what specifically do you want to know?
So I googled everything. Can I just roll like a research check to just get like
Well,
a general information, or do you want me to
well,
ask the
you're
questions?
looking up like
medical and family law.
okay. In regards to this
For like wellness centers,
Okay.
what it is, like what laws are there
Sure.
about like having like specific businesses
Right.
close to like youth, the treatment of like kids.
well, generally these places have to be supervised by a licensed physician. This type of business is rather new, that they do not necessarily write prescriptions there. They do not treat anyone there. So they technically don't have to have a doctor there. They can, they're an overglorified referral service, generally funneling people to a hospital or a clinic. They don't have the best reputation because they are very quick to generally turn people around going, we'll get you what you need. You really need, you probably need to be on this. So, here's the card. Your appointment is at, whatever, at this place. So they're kind of looked down upon. This particular place, like I said, has 5 locations in the area. So it's but you're, in terms of the law, that's what you found.
Yeah. Okay. Is there a map of Seattle in the library?
Of course. Yep.
Yeah,
Cool.
of course there is.
Is there one that I could write on, Alice?
That I don't know.
Paper?
I mean,
You can,
yeah, there's a map. I think as you come into the library, there's like a big map.
Where you guys are is actually the suburbs of Seattle, but yeah, you could find a map of
easily. You can't write on it though; it's behind like a plastic, But
cool.
it's there.
Yeah, I'll take like a sheet of paper with my phone light. That's something I used to do as a kid. I'm gonna hold it up to like the map, and then on the piece of paper with a pencil, if Alice will hold the light for me.
Oh, sure.
I will circle on the map where all the places are, so on there a piece of paper, and then compare that to the book of the occult that I've had since season 1. Which I remember that I have. For once in my life, I'm using it, and compare the location to any like occultish, like symbols or anything based on like how it is, and if I can draw any of those lines.
You find out it forms the shape of nothing.
You never know. This is Werewolf with what we have to deal with.
Right.
I thought, should I fuck with them? It's a pentagram. I was like, no, just they're all over the place.
They're just all over the place.
Yeah,
okay, good.
So, other research that might be good for this.
What else do you need?
I like review. Can I pull up their website? Is there a like licensed physician registered like on the website with like a page?
Yeah. Dr. Nick.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Hey, Dr. Nick.
I feel like okay, yeah.
It is a like Nicholas, long Greek last name. So.
Of course, you had to use Greek.
I'm looking right at your character's name. So I'm like, and Andropoulos.
He shows up and it's just like, yes, I'm Dr. Nick, a human person.
Nick, enter Greek last name here.
Yeah, what you find is this doctor is affiliated with them. He is board certified and works at local hospital. We'll say the one from Grey's Anatomy, and
Gray Sloan Memorial.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Is a I don't know, is it generalist or internist or whatever the basic.
I don't know if
doctor
you
thing
did
is.
this on purpose, but there is a character Nick, which is short for Nicholas from Graceland Memorial.
Oh, I just
my
my wife's watched that show, so I just literally went Seattle hospital.
Yeah. But yeah, you know what? As I'm doing some research on the internet, can I go to the public website for our place to check his credentials on the Board of Medicine? Which is just something you can do. That's public domain.
Oh yeah. All right, give me intelligence and technology roll, please.
Cool. So with intelligence, since I upped it, I took a specialization in research. May I add that?
Of course.
Okay. Because I have 0 in tech.
Gotta get all the bonuses you can.
Yeah, that's a 1 success.
You found their webpage.
Navigating it, however, is entirely different matter.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There might be somebody who's better at that stuff. Maybe
Maybe.
wait
Yeah,
till tomorrow.
yeah, anxiety is like failing. It's just like, hey, Alice, you want to try? Because I was raised to look stuff up in books.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we looking for?
Technology and intelligence, please.
Yeah.
Technology and intelligence. Okay.
Checking his board certification, make sure everything checks out. With
Add your bonus into it.
Yeah.
Plus the bonus is a 1, I think. Right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. And it's already at a 6,
Yep.
and I'm rolling now. But it didn't do it, so there's probably lag.
It is.
Yeah. If not, we ask Mr. Butch.
Nothing's
Mr. Butch.
happening here.
All right, let me try it for you.
Yeah.
Intelligence. Fun. Yeah, it's got to be lagging because
Mm-hmm. You hit it again, see?
There
Yep.
we go.
There we go. Okay. Maybe it wasn't lag.
4.
Yeah, it was lag because okay. Either way, we got a 4. So.
Okay.
Okay. What are you looking for?
Double checking his certifications on the public certification board for medicine.
Okay. Sure. I type in that,
Yeah.
and what's his name? His last name or first
Dr.
name?
Nick.
Nick?
Nicholas
Just wrote off
Edgar
all the
Greek last name here.
Okay, so we're typing that in, and seeing what I get. I'm gonna hit enter and then see what pops up.
Everything looks legit. No complaints against him. Nothing has been cited for anything.
What year did he get certified?
Let's see.
20 years ago.
Are we in 2024 still
Yeah.
in game?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so that was in 2004.
Maybe he's a specialist.
And he has a winning smile, we'll say.
How young does he look on his photo? Does he
20 years.
look?
He is probably
Mhm.
late 40s, close to his 50s.
Okay.
That's a little young for a doctor.
Wow.
I want you to know I put Dr. Nicholas baby.
And to Dropalopoulos.
Yeah. Yeah, I've researched the medical law around the area to give me a good foundation. We've double checked this doctor. Actually, can we look up to see when exactly the wellness center was established?
They are. This particular location is only a couple months old. The company itself has been around 5 years.
Yeah, if we can get the company title, can I see what other businesses are registered under that company?
Sure.
I bet you weren't expecting that question, were you, Tom?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Timothy
Technology,
Chalamet.
intelligence. It's going to be more
Okay.
difficult though, because now you're really you're kind of starting to
Grasping
snoop
at
a little
straws,
bit.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be a difficulty 7 now.
Okay. 7. Okay, it's at 7 now, and it was technology and intelligence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
got that. I'm gonna roll it.
If not, we have a tech specialist. right
0.
next to me. Alrighty then.
No
well,
information on that page at all.
I will. How on the Better Business Bureau did you end up on the Australian website?
I don't know. Maybe they're connected to something there. I don't know, but it was pretty blank.
Australia?
I don't know. Maybe they're from there. I mean, companies come to America all the
Okay.
time.
Well, that's true. Well, you know what? We'll find a tax specialist to help us out with this research.
Yeah, I think we need one.
Yeah.
That's the
Also,
best
I'm
I
gonna
can
check
They're
out
werewolves,
those
not
books on
auditors.
law.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Before we head out back to, are we still living together? Or do we still
Probably.
share that
Yeah,
apartment? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll just like check out those books on medical and family law, and
Yeah.
then if you're good, head back to the house and make us dinner.
Yeah, I can do that. What do you want to eat?
God, what do I want to eat today? Well, honestly, I spent so much time in the woods. I am craving a garden salad.
Oh, okay. I think we have some of that.
Oh, great, cool.
Yeah. Okay.
If not, we can always DoorDash a garden salad from like Denny's or somewhere.
Yeah, but if there's food in the fridge, it's still good. Then I'll just do that.
yeah. Might
Okay.
as well.
All right.
We do need to go grocery shopping,
Soon, yeah,
once we get
yeah.
back from Seattle.
That last time you sent Mother's Dream, it didn't go too well.
She ate
She-
part of it on the way through the grocery
She
store.
ate part of it on the way home, and she came home with lots of just mostly meat and candy for some reason. So,
We also
Yeah.
had some, like vegetable oil, and we got shooting oil.
Oh.
All shall remember that day.
all right.
All right.
How's the vehicle looking, Otto?
It's looking good. Yeah, honestly, Otto didn't think there was like a whole lot he really needed to prep in that particular situation, so he kind of just took care of that. And out of curiosity, what is Chainbreaker's deal right now? Like, what's his status?
Chainbreaker. As in, like, is he available to assist you, or
No, it was just like, is he around?
no?
No, damn. All right.
They are off in the woods. They will basically, with your pack going to Seattle, their pack will be the we stay here and guard the Karen pack. So
Cool.
All
and
right.
he doesn't have a cell phone. So
No, he definitely does not. So, okay. Otto's never really courted a werewolf before, so he doesn't really know how to go about doing that. But
Y'all drop the fan fiction right now.
Please, you start with sniffing butts, right? So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Otto,
See more butts?
Chainbreaker.
So I guess he will. Yeah, they gotta have like plenty of like meat around here because like what else are we doing with ourselves otherwise? So I guess he'll like try and like I don't know, like prepare a really nice steak or something, and then just be like, "All right, it's here for you. Bye."
okay. Any gear or anything like that you want to bring with you to Seattle?
That's an excellent question. He has no idea what's in store for them, so he kind of wants to bring. Well, he's definitely going to take a sidearm, but also in case things get hairy, he probably wants to take like a pump-action shotgun or something.
Okay, that's fair. I assume that's on your character sheet. If not, there's like a gun. There's like a weapons section or
Yeah,
something.
I would say it should be. It apparently is not, even though I thought it was. But
Okay. If you feel comfortable just editing it yourself, go for
yep, I can do that.
it. Cool. All right. Anything else from him before we end the evening?
Nope. He'll I'll sort of just like spend his time doing that. Yeah, prepping a steak and stowing gear in the truck.
Okay. All right. Brian.
I will give that phone number a call and see if I can arrange an interview.
Okay.
Don't know what kind of interview process they'll have.
You really just get an automated thing. You can tell it's like AI. They're like,
Okay.
"Hi, thank you for calling Harmony Wellness Center. How can I assist you?"
Job opportunities.
We have several opportunities. Please go to our website, harmonywellnesscenter.com/employment.
All right, so he'll go do that.
Okay. Probably takes him probably about half an hour because they want you to include a resume and all that, and you get a automated thing comes back and says, we will contact you if your qualifications match with our.
Yeah, I'll try to use some of what he knows because he's got medicine 3. So if there's any kind of technical type questions in that regard, he'll answer as best as he can. But again, at the recommendation of my pack members, I will use a fake name, but just try to avoid any mentioning of his license or anything like that, like whatever he had in the Milwaukee or Buffalo area. But again, if there's any technical stuff or medical questions or any kind of that, he'll do his best to answer whatever he can, and oh well, you don't want to use this kind of thing, or you should use this kind of thing, and yada yada yada.
Could you give me a technology and intelligence roll, please?
Seems to be a lot of those
I
today.
have 110.
God, we're really bad at those.
You guys haven't had to use it though.
No, never really had to use it much. Yeah.
So 0. Because I got 2 ones.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to finish the the application, but you get the standard. We'll contact you.
Don't call us. We'll call you.
Exactly. So,
all right.
Okay. Anything he needs to prep before the trip? To
No,
Seattle?
I mean most of his job will be once he gets in there. If he doesn't get in there, there's no point. I'm hoping I make it better past the face-to-face interview portion, if there is one.
Okay. All right. We will fast forward to the next day. Everybody shows up, cramming into the what kind of vehicle was it again? Was it a truck or I don't even remember anymore?
Yes, it's a truck. It's a Ford F-150.
That's right.
So it'll be with the 5 of us, it'll be a bit snug in the back seats, but
remember,
it should fit
Diana
everyone.
Small.
And
Yeah.
Mother's Dream has to resist the urge to hang her head out the window.
I mean,
Why don't we just
do
let
it a little
Diana,
bit,
like Mother's Dream, just a ride in the back?
She could ride in the back, and she could stay in Lupus too. So
Yeah, just let her in the back of the truck.
if she wants to do that, that's fine.
No, I mean,
Otto
Yeah.
will allow it if she absolutely wants to do that.
she's like, I promise I'll be good at it. I'll stay real low. And as soon as you get going, you
yeah.
smelling
Before we
it.
left,
Oh, she's
But
so
Colorado
funny.
to keep up appearances.
Exactly.
Diana will take a photo of her and a video of her just vibing in the cab of the back of the truck.
Okay. You guys, we'll say with traffic and everything, it takes you a while to get there, maybe like an hour and a half. There's some traffic getting into the city. But you do have the address of the clinic because you know that from online.
Right.
You don't exactly know where the youth shelter is. Sunny Days Ahead, but you can Google that and you can find that as well.
Yeah, I will say once we got close to town, Dana will have them stop at a random Starbucks. Because apparently that is the location we're going with this season.
Yep.
And I will text Sam to have his number. Just be like, hey, in town, don't know if Rashawn told you we were coming. We're just here at a Starbucks if you want to come say hi. And I'll drop a pin to the Starbucks.
I'm sure there's a Pentex version of Starbucks now.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
when the books are written, Starbucks wasn't really a thing yet. So.
Do that. Starbucks is canon now.
Okay, I'll look at my
You
phone.
get that one again.
Oh, Starbucks. Okay,
You want it now?
Oh, can you hear me?
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get an
I'm not
Uber
hungry.
and go get them at Starbucks.
I kind of am. I think I'm gonna take this one. I don't know what it is, but it's out there.
Okay. Still got some background noise. If you're not talking, folks,
Please, one.
just
Sure,
keep
we're
yourself
gonna
on
home
mute
run.
Yeah.
if you don't mind. So.
5-1.
Okay. 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 All right. So so you guys are going to be able to meet up, and we'll say it's actually the same coffee place that Sam met Jenny at. So
Okay, so it's just down the street then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
How are you dressed? How will they know you? So,
I'm dressed in, I look like a professor.
okay.
Two-piece suit, sort of, more like pants, nice slacks, a waistcoat, little bow tie,
Oh, nice. Okay.
carrying
All right.
looks like an old doctor's bag.
Okay. All right. And let's hear from the pack how they appear, so he sees them.
Who's gonna start?
I can describe Mother's Dream for you first.
Do
if you
that.
Yeah,
want.
okay.
Do that.
Yeah.
She has really let her hair grow very long. It is probably down to the middle of her back. She has it in two long, like pigtail braids. She generally wears clothes she's gotten at the thrift store. Although Diana has probably gotten her some newer stuff. So she probably has a pink, like a neon pink shirt on. And her jeans are still very old. They're probably 20 years out of fashion, but they fit her. And she's wearing kind of just beat up sneakers and just has this big, huge grin on her face. When she walks in, she's like, "This place smells awesome. We're going to stay here a lot longer."
We can.
Who's next?
Yeah, I will say I'll go next with Diana, and as she says, it's like, now remember how money works, right? And Diana is wearing, she's wearing like a kind of like oversized, like red sweater that's like coming off her shoulders. Despite it being loose and baggy, she's wearing like tight, like black high-waisted pants, suit like that kind of like frame of like the traditional like college student, like in like the spring, just vibing. She's wearing like some old, like workout sneakers, a bit more busted, like she should really get some new ones, they're about to fall apart. Hair just up in like a loose, messy like mom bun. Her traditional bangs are down. I can't do that. I've done it for 3 seasons. And she is just sitting there with her like, we'll say she's not wearing her contacts for what. She's actually wearing her glasses. So she has like thicker glasses on, like in that nerdy kind of like round shape. And she's fully just making sure Mother's Dream understands money. And if you want a better picture, think of Velma Dinkley, but more modern.
Nice.
Who's next?
Probably me, right? Sure. Okay, so Alice is wearing a hoodie with a logo on it, and from a band she likes that she hasn't really heard much from in a long, long time. So she's wearing that. She's got a t-shirt on underneath that, and she's probably wearing like comfortable slacks that she would wear when she was working at the library, that kind of thing, and gym shoes.
Okay.
That's about it.
Otto, he's dressed relatively plainly. He's got like a plain black t-shirt on, sort of like tattered jeans, sort of well-worn leather jacket, and some old hiking boots. And he's recently sort of like chopped most of his hair off, so
Oh, wow.
so it's much shorter than it has been.
Brian is probably in stereotypical outdoors wear for like a colder weather. Long pants, jeans, but in decent shape, flannel shirt. Probably newer hiking boots, but well broken in. And his hair, he looks probably the most normal out of this bunch.
Yeah. Brian really be on his lumberjack arc.
Yeah, basically. He's a white man, about 5'9", brown hair, brown eyes.
Welcome to Seattle, guys. So you sit down with Sam, I guess.
Mhm.
Wow, I didn't realize there was this many of you.
Quite a few, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
Nice.
I
to
mean,
meet
it
Add to
is.
my list.
Yeah, I mean, is there a problem that we're smallerly bigger?
No, not really.
you.
Okay.
Okay.
No. You get right in the rest of the family.
Oh, good, good.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
So, were you brought up to speed?
Children going missing, wellness center, and they've been staying at a youth shelter. That about it?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Oh, 2 kids gone missing. Confirmed.
Okay.
Do we know their
Diana.
names?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we know their names?
Sam and Jan.
You do know one of them is April, and the other one we're gonna say is Jason, Jayson.
Oh, fancy. Okay.
Oh, so original.
Now, if Longtooth wanted to do any more research, he can. But I guess let me know what he would be. But he could have done this before the meeting if you want.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If it helps, I would have. Would Prashant tell us that Sam is good with tech?
No, he didn't tell you
Okay.
anything. So
Then I was gonna give you an idea to go ahead and do some research. Never mind.
IT group.
let me look at your character sheet so I can give you an idea
That's not
what.
bad.
Okay. So. Oh, that's interesting. That's right. Your character sheet does not have tech on it. It has expert knowledge, but I think you.
I actually have both on my physical sheet.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. That's interesting that it has a different version. Oh, you know what it is? Because you have computer on here, which would be the same as tech for what we're doing. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just noticed on here you have computer, and there's no technology down at the bottom.
Yeah, but on my PDF sheet, I have computers and technology and expert knowledge. All have dots in it.
Oh well.
So I have those points.
That's weird.
Well, what? Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Mhm.
Did he want to do any research of his own before the meeting on this wellness center or law or on the youth center?
Yeah, everything that Diane failed to roll good with.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me then. Let's go with computer and intelligence and add. There's going to be a spot for a bonus,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just going to add a 1 in there for.
And I also have computer aptitude, which gives me -2 to all computer technical difficulties.
Okay, so I think it's a 6 on there right now.
Yeah.
So you can make it a 4.
Oh,
Okay, 3 successes.
That's a turn in the way. All those 2s.
Yeah. Okay. Research on Sunny Days Ahead. It has been there about 10 years. It is located, it just gives you the address, gives you a picture, street view. It is fairly active on social media. If you did a little extra digging, you'd come across some people have had some problems with Sunny Days Ahead. They feel that there are minors staying there who basically that the people running the place shouldn't be keeping minors there, that they get worried that they're keeping these kids, against their will. That's, are they, what are they doing to these kids? They're minors, they ought to be at home with their families or their church. So you see this kind of stuff online about Sunny Days. Knowing your cousin, you have a feeling that it's mostly bullshit, these complaints about it, but you do see there's been some chatter about that. The next part on Harmony Wellness Center, you find out that again, they are not licensed to give prescriptions. They don't keep any medicine on site. And they are a referral service, but you don't really find out a whole lot more unless you'd like to dig a little more.
Yeah, I want to find out who's the primary to refer people to.
Okay. If you would like to roll again, let you take one more stab at it. Okay, 5 successes. Okay. It took you probably about an hour of going through different websites, clicking on this, following, okay, what's the ownership of this and finding of that. You do find that a major sponsor of Harmony Wellness Center is a company called Magadon, a pharmaceutical company. If you could give me an occult and intelligence roll, please. Okay. How old is Longtooth?
Old.
Okay. So, how long has he been since his first change?
Probably several decades.
Okay. All right. He knows that there are stories about this company Magadon being attached to this parent corporation called Pentex, and that there's been rumors and sometimes big stories among the tribes that they are owned and controlled by the worm itself. So generally, anything with Magadon is going to, as soon as he sees that name, that's going to spark something in his attention that that's not good.
I just turn my findings around so this group can actually read it, because I don't want to yell out in the public.
Exactly, yeah.
Right, yeah.
There's no masquerade, but you still don't go jumping up and down. Look at us, what werewolves found.
Yeah. So I'm going to lean in and take a look at it and
And the
process
idea is
all
that I'm going to get myself a nice ice vanilla coffee.
Ah, sounds good.
Yeah, Otto's sort of gonna look it over, and as soon as he sees the word Megadon, he's sort of just gonna be like, "Oh shit!"
And actually, Otto, could you give me a? Let's just go with occult and intelligence, please.
All right, not the strongest pool, but we'll work with it.
That's fine.
Difficulty 6.
Yeah.
Well, 4 successes. Apparently, it's
All
good
right.
enough.
When you were still with Magadon back east, you remembered hearing about that they were looking into opening these wellness centers on the East Coast with this same company, Harmony Wellness Center. Bless you.
Sorry.
That's all good.
If you
That's a
across
habit.
the house, too.
Yeah. I want you to know, as soon as like Megadon was mentioned, Diana slowly turns to Otto with the look of, why does every mission relate back to you somehow?
Look, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, we fix the balance of, nature, and of course, you went to go dance with spirits that were trying to kill us.
Right.
We saved the Karen, which somehow involved you murdering a bunch of people during your first change, and now we're fighting them again. You know what, Otto? Can we just get a book of your autobiography so we can start planning for future attacks now?
Look, I promise the most interesting aspects of my life that would be even remotely relevant to what you're worried about has only happened in the past half year or so.
Yeah.
Well, I think Megadon was a bit more than the last year we've known each other.
Okay, well, fair enough, I suppose. It has been a bit more time that I spent with them.
Alright, so we're planning a multi-million dollar, operation, and luckily I've been studying medical law for 24 hours, so I'm decently an expert.
Oh, 24 hours, you say?
There you go.
You
Mhm.
just
So
ate
you're
a Holiday
crash
Inn
coursing
Express,
it.
too. So- Okay.
So let's see.
Mother's Dream comes over with a giant coffee. She's like, "Have you tried this stuff? It's so good."
Right. Yeah.
Alice,
What did you
Mother's
put in it?
Dream is never allowed to have coffee again.
Yeah, I know.
What
It's
did
okay.
you get?
Yeah.
I got the super mocha espresso. She goes, and a bunch of words I didn't know. It just smelled really good. She goes, "Try some."
Okay. Holy moly, that's a
And-
lot of
And
caffeine.
it will put you in a diabetic coma with as much sugar
Yeah.
as in there.
Yeah.
Oh. Here,
Mother-
back.
Yeah, Mother's Dream will allow Diana to take a sip. Diana just
Yeah.
goes, "Could I have more espresso?" and just sets it down.
So she'll go over and she'll sit down next to Brian. She goes, "Do you want to try this?"
Is she okay to have coffee?
Sorry, I muted. Sure. He'll give it a whirl.
An adventurous sort.
You will, your heart will start beating faster the second you do it. Works that.
Um,
Okay, back to you. No.
There we go.
Just a small character thing. Can Diana walk up to the register?
Mhm. Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at the person. And say, "Hi, so we already ordered our coffees, but my very eccentric friend over there who just ordered your most expensive coffee. If they order another thing, give them decaf, but tell them it's caffeinated and no espresso."
Sure.
Thank you. I'll put a $5 bill in the tip jar. It's
They're like,
going everybody else.
"Here, have a muffin."
Yeah, Diana will
On the
Diana
house.
will-
Exactly.
Diana will walk back with a blueberry muffin, just munching on it.
Otto's gonna rip a chunk off of it and eat it.
No, Otto.
Okay.
I thought in the last year you would know not to, touch my muffins you are so lucky we're not at the Cairn right now and I would enact past rules.
Well, it's a blueberry muffin. I couldn't resist.
True, it is top tier muffin.
Hmm. Meanwhile, Alice has been drinking decaf the whole time.
Brian will join her.
Yeah, Diana fully ordered a caramel macchiato with 10 more shots of espresso, which might as well just ordered espresso.
Werewolves should not have excessive caffeine.
Probably not. Yeah.
Otto's
Yeah.
Probably not a
staying,
good idea.
Otto's staying far away from the excessive sugar factory that is his establishment.
Yeah.
Nobody has
Hey,
a frenzy
listen.
problem, right?
Diana has a couple more years before, the caffeine starts to get to her.
Mm.
Yeah, it probably not advised. You watch her, she pulls out her anxiety medication and downs it with the espresso.
Oh, jeez, that's
Oh,
so
boy.
relatable.
after Diana does all of that, she'll look over at Sam, being like, you seem to be a bit more better with getting things off the web than us. Other than Megadon, I wanted to look into their parent company.
Okay.
Because if the parent company is getting a sponsor from them, that would say that there might be some other that might help us in the future.
You can dig a little further if you want.
Okay. That's intelligence and
it's going to be an increased difficulty,
okay.
but you're still going to get the -2. So so you can do your computer and intelligence. Normally this would now be up to probably an 8, so now that's going to make it a 6 for you.
Okay.
Normal difficulty for the rest of us.
You suspect that this sponsor is probably just Magadon, but you can't really tell.
Okay.
You've gotten about as far as you can with 2 successes.
It's pretty much a self-serving.
Yeah. Well, we have some good news and some bad news. Otto, you might need to hide your identity a bit harder and maybe your face, because they might try to murder you for murdering their employees a year ago.
I did kill a lot of them.
This is
Hence the shaved head, but I don't know how good that's going to work.
Yeah, if anybody's looking at us weird, Diana's like, oh, sorry, we're just talking about our D&D game. We're just very big nerds.
absolutely.
Yay.
Because we're also a very eccentric group that casually...
I mean, yeah, we don't. Mhm. Yeah.
But, yeah, so anyways, have you heard back about that job offer?
No.
And you get a text.
No. Okay.
Ryan, you get
That's
the text.
serendipitous.
Yeah.
It just seems to happen.
Yeah.
I have $1 million in the bank account.
Yeah, no.
It is from Harmony Wellness Center, and I really hope that place doesn't exist. I literally just made the name up yesterday. And yeah, it's kind of an auto thing that says, yeah, we'd like you to come by the and it happens to be the exact location you're looking at, to come by for an interview. At let's see, you guys got there morning. Say it this afternoon. We'll say about like 2:00. It's about 11 now.
So, Tom, there is a Harmony Wellness Group, 3803 North 5th Street in Philadelphia.
Oh, this is Harmony Wellness Center.
Yes, but there is a Harmony Wellness Group, so it's very close.
There's also a
Purely
Omni
coincidental.
Wellness Center right down the road from me. I used to get therapy there.
Oh.
There's another one in Ben Salem.
Whoever it is, don't sue me. So.
Oh, don't worry. Our local one was bitches. They've already been sued enough.
We are not alleging you were run by a worm-sucking cult. So.
Yeah.
A worm-sucking cult.
Oh, wait. It's Harmony Wellness Center, right?
Yeah.
9733 Bustleton Avenue.
Okay. Well, I did say they were opening branches on the East Coast.
Yeah,
so.
on the East Coast.
See, luckily
This one is
that...
only tangentially related to all the other ones.
Exactly.
Yeah, see, luckily you added that disclaimer that any people, characters, or places are completely coincidental.
I did, yeah.
Yes,
I always make sure I put that
You
up
did
front.
indeed say that.
You put a legal disclaimer, and this is from your person who's playing a lawyer.
I must be a writer. So.
Yeah,
you get a message that you're going to have an interview at 2:00. So you got about 2 hours.
Okay.
Excuse me, 3 hours. So.
Okay, well, I mean, we're not far from it, so I'll just hang out until that time.
Okay.
And then just head on over.
In your lumberjack shirt?
Yeah, why not? I don't care. I don't have a suit handy. Most of my clothes got left in Buffalo.
Nah. Remember, this is Diana, who canonically plays for everything. When you're about to go to your interview, you see a pressed shirt, and everything gets pulled out of a bag for you.
Oh, okay, cool. That's fine. I'll go dressed up if we've got
Diana also
something
pulls
handy.
out like some hair gel and stuff for your hair. So you can make
We have a whole montage.
Yeah,
right.
montage. like, you know what? Just for the
We
bees.
got
Diana
whatever
was out
Diana's
of
got
her
handy.
nerves.
That's fine with him.
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
if I get, he wants to get in, but we'll if it don't happen. But yeah, we'll do our best
Even
to
though
at least
it was
get in the front door.
pressed and like in a bag and everything, it still gets a late roll as you're walking out the door.
Nice.
Okay.
So, well, if we got a couple hours, then he would have time to at least hit a thrift store or something. So yeah, we'll let Diana run with it. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Brian's gonna go on his interview. What's everybody else want to do?
Should we go look at the youth show? You know what? No. Because Diana has Sense of the Worm, which I do want to check that out. So if you guys are okay, Diana will drive Brian and act like I'm just waiting for my friend who's having an interview and do some sneak. Because I also have good investigation.
Okay. All right.
All
So
right.
you two are gonna go there. Okay.
Mhm.
Yep.
Alright. Sounds good.
Mhm.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
I don't know. How old are these kids in here in this group?
You were told anywhere from 15 to 18.
Okay, so they're not little guys. All right. Well, I guess I could bring some books over. You know? Something
Okay.
like that. Mhm.
Okay.
Give them something to do. You know. Do they still like Harry Potter at that age? I don't know.
So-
Well, it
They-
depends if they're nerds or not.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
hold on. Let me rephrase that. Depends if they're neurodivergent or not.
Oh, okay.
There's only one way to find out. So
Yeah, I'll just bring a set from the library and
Okay.
you know.
okay. All right. Mr. Tooth.
I'm gonna go hang up with the kids.
Okay, so you're gonna go along?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll even read if I have to. I like story time. Reminds me of this one time when I was younger.
Okay. Otto.
Well, since we're potentially dealing with well, this is an interesting debacle since Otto's kind of wanted by Megadon, but also he does have his Bane skin necklace, which forces Bane spirits to perceive him as one of them. So he could potentially do some undercover work that way with some supernatural shrouding.
Okay. That works. So is he going to lurk outside buildings, or what's kind of the plan then?
I suppose, I suppose he'll sort of just like linger outside for a little bit for starters, and sort of just,
Clinic or the wellness center or the youth
the
center?
the wellness center.
Okay. So what we're going to do then is we're going to have the people who are going over the center. We're going to have you happen after the people going to the youth center.
Okay.
Okay.
So, okay. So the sunny days ahead is only, about like half a block away from
Okay.
the Starbucks.
Okay.
You get there. It's a moderately sized building. It is next to an old church. The research you would have found online is that it is a former rectory that the Diocese of Seattle sold about 10 years ago, and that the Sunny Days Ahead got a great price on it, and moved in quickly. It has 6 bedrooms. It is three 3 levels. There are 2 kitchens, one on the 2nd and 3rd levels, and then there's a common area where the kids can, just hang out. When you get there, there's one kid. There's one kid sitting outside, kind of has like black hair, painted fingernails, nose ring. We're gonna go with stereotypical goth.
Sure, why not?
Sitting outside on a step, smoking, just kind of giving you guys the look, like the older people are arriving. So
it's funny because Alice is like 40 something.
Yeah.
So.
So he's just kind of sitting there smoking, just kind of watching you guys approach.
How old does he look?
You're thinking maybe 16, 17.
Okay. It's fine. He'll figure it out.
In Seattle.
You would have to like step around him on the steps. He's being rude.
That's fine. She's seen rude kids in the library before. She knows how to step around them. So yeah.
I'm going to be rude and pat him on the head as I go by.
Oh.
And he looks up. He's like, "Don't fucking touch me."
Sorry, the preacher store is next door. I keep walking.
He's like, "Asshole."
Thanks for another one.
Yeah.
All right. Walking up to the front door, the place is in good shape for the most part. You can tell it definitely needs some repairs. This place gets by all on donations, so they don't have a lot of money. When you do get there, Jenny was actually just coming out the front door. She's carrying like a box, like a cardboard box, and she steps out and she's like, "Oh, hey Sam."
Hey.
She's like, "I was just heading out to run some errands, but
All right.
I can."
I'm going to hang out for a while.
Okay. Well, Marshall is kind of in charge at the moment. But you're welcome to come on in and and take a look around.
Leave me alone!
Okay.
Where did that come from?
I don't know, but I want to add it into the game. Somebody yelled out, "Leave me alone!" From inside.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
And Jenny turns around and she's like, "Oh shit!" She's like, "I don't know what's going on." She's like, "I'll be back soon." But yeah, Marshall's inside. You can talk to him.
Okay. I'll be back soon too. It's going to take days of video phone.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Okay, so Alice, you step in. It is you kind of stepping into a kind of like almost an old school like living room.
Oh, okay. 70s something. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yeah. Over to the left, there is a couple couches. There's about 5 kids hanging out, all different ages. I mean, again, 16 to 18.
Okay.
Different ethnicities, different hairstyles, different everything. Most of them don't even look up. When you come in. The place is painted in some bright colors. You seem like they've really made an effort to make the place seem welcoming, but there is still just a feeling of sadness over this place. A lot of the kids just don't look up. They just seem rather kind of lifeless in a way. I mean, and granted, teenagers do.
They do, yeah. But these kids don't have their parents here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a young man, probably about late 20s, kind of short haircut. He comes in and he's like, okay, well, and looks over some of the kids. He's like, "Hey, didn't I tell you that you guys are supposed to at least help out with some dishes?" And he seems like he's kind of like
trying.
Trying to get some of these kids, and kids kind of get up. They're like, "Oh, I did the dishes yesterday. It's Rebecca's turn." The girl on the couch, she's like, "It's not my turn. I didn't eat anything, so I don't have to do any dishes." Typical arguing with teenagers kind of things. And the as he's kind of getting these kids moving, doing chores, he stops and he's like, "Can I help you?"
Is he talking? Who is he talking to? Both of us?
He's talking to Alice and
Alice.
Sam. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just realized we got Alice and Sam. We've got the Brady Bunch here. So.
Oh my gosh! Yes. It works. Okay.
He's like, "Can I help you?"
Hi, I'm Alice, and I brought a couple of Harry Potter books to read to the kids. They look like they were really bored over here, and I thought maybe that would help them out a little bit. I'm a librarian.
Okay, yeah, I mean, we'll take donations of books.
Oh, I can't donate it. It's from the library, but I can come back again. See if they like it. If they don't like it, we'll do something else.
He's like, "Well, they're not little ones. I mean, they can read for themselves."
Well, I understand that, but sometimes it's more fun if you have a group to, like, you know.
He's kind of wiping sweat from his head, and he's like, I guess. And sir, you are?
Oh, I'm Sam. I'm a friend of. I forgot her name.
Oh, Sam. I'm sorry. I said,
That's
shit.
okay.
Yeah. Jenny did tell me you somebody might be coming by. I'm sorry. My name's Marshall. I'm kind of the like alumni of this place. If you want to, I kind of grew up a little bit here, and kind of this place is not much, but it kind of helped get me straightened out, and
Good.
now I'm kind of working here while I'm going to UW. He's like, "I'm sorry, this place is always constantly something going on. If you're a friend of Jenny's, yeah, you can look around. I mean, just, be careful. There, some of the bedrooms, there might be some I don't know, pretty messy, but
Not a problem.
Yeah,
Anything
that's
we can do
fine.
to help you right now?
Can you help with some laundry?" He just kind of chuckles.
Sure, I know how to do that.
That would be awesome, because oh my God, these kids. I don't know. I don't know if mom and dad he's like, I don't know. Maybe mom and dad taught them nothing. Maybe that's why they're here now.
It could be that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We got like loads of towels and all stuff we gotta do, and just not enough time to do it. So yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, just point the way.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay. There is a lower level, essentially a basement, where there is the laundry facility, washer and dryer. Excuse me. They are old. They're from the 80s. They were probably held together on a wing and a prayer. Could you each give me, while you're down there, perception? Oh, excuse me. Let me do it the other way, Jen.
Okay, sorry.
Alertness and perception, please.
Okay, alertness and perception.
Yeah, difficulty 6.
Okay, it's on 6, so I'm gonna roll it now. Any of that work?
Yep, that was 3.
Okay.
And okay, 3. Cool.
All right.
There is a scent of slight mold. You smell, but there's also something else. There's almost like a musk smell, almost like an animal smell. Real faint, you like as you kind of walk around and you're like, okay, here's the washing machine, here's the dryer,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like something.
Did something die down here?
Rat?
What is that?
And it's coming from a closet that is kind of at the back of the basement. Like there's like kind of a wall has been put up with like a door and
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah.
All right. I guess I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. Stepping inside,
Mhm.
there is the smell is much stronger.
Of course, and I'm like covering my mouth like this, and
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
"Oh no!"
There
Pulling my
are
shirt off, maybe.
there are some old
Yeah, just like this. Oh.
there's some old sleeping bags in there.
Okay.
They really this big musty smell coming in from here, like somebody has been sleeping in here.
Yeah, that's. I don't think anyone's in here right now.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we should wash this too.
Yeah, let's start with this.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I'll just like drag it out and put it with the
Okay.
rest of the laundry, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All grabbers to touch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you'll start your laundry,
Mhm.
okay. We're gonna switch back. Oh, actually, let me stop there. Did you want to look around the place while you were doing the laundry, like start a load and go look around, or?
I don't
I'm gonna
know.
wait to see if the person who has the sleeping bag comes back.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And then I think what we're going to do then is we're going to switch to the other group.
Okay.
Okay. So Diana drives Brian to his interview. Is Otto? Are you going to walk over? Because again, literally, it's very close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll walk over just to make it seem like we aren't together.
Okay.
Be a bit less conspicuous that way.
Okay. It is when you get there. It's an old storefront. Might have been a T-Mobile store or something at one point. It does have a big wide open window, freshly painted. When you arrive there, there's a sign in the window, a big sign in the window that says "Help is on the way." With a little sun and two people walking holding hands into the sunset. There is nobody there standing right out front or anything, but it's like a storefront. We're gonna stick with Brian and Diana first, and then I'll switch over to Otto. So what
Before,
Mhm.
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, go ahead. Tell me what you do
Okay.
when you approach.
Yeah, before we approach, like kind of on the way over there, can I maybe roll like leadership or like empathy to like give like a pep talk to Brian to give him maybe help during his interview?
Oh, sure. Let's take a look at that. Okay, Mom. Yeah.
I think I'm older than she is.
You are. I actually thinking about it. I was wrong last season. I'm actually just now turning 18 if we're going into summer.
Oof.
Yeah. I'm now a legal adult.
Charisma and leadership.
Okay. Sadly, I can't apply my specialization to this because you're only one person. Oh no,
Yes.
inspiring others. Never mind. I guess it technically works. A pep talk. I'm gonna be the best mom talk. Yeah.
Oh my God. All right.
That's because she has all that leadership.
Yeah,
Well, three
leadership,
successes.
charisma,
Okay.
and I can add my inspiring others from my charisma.
Okay. All right. What do you say?
Yeah, I think like as we're going over there, in a very like not even just mom talk, but European mom talk. As we're driving over there, Dana's like, okay, now listen. You've got this. You have the training. You better not be taking no for an answer. I know you've been out of practice for a year, but not only have you practiced on people, you've practiced on werewolves. Not a lot of people have done that, and you probably should not mention you practice on werewolves. But you've been able to
That
treat
probably
wounds.
wouldn't be good.
Yes, you've been able to treat wounds on people who are constantly changing form, mythical poisons, and save the goddamn fucking world from corruption of shit. So
I don't know that they're going to want to know
well,
anything
you
about
don't
that.
no, you don't say that, but like you've got this, and I swear to all that is holy, if you take no for an answer, you better start praying to those ancestors. The
If I had
owl
any.
spirit will not be able to save you if you come out of here and there is not some good news.
Well, I'll
Now-
do my best.
Okay, good. Now take some trail mix.
And I think she probably licks her finger and does the whole like I'm
Oh,
gonna like
absolutely!
there's a
Like
smile
lick
on
your
your
finger,
face.
like fix your hair. Like there's probably like a little crumb from like our lunch, and I'll just.
Okay. Okay, Brian, you ready to? Oh, go ahead.
I know that's all.
Brian, you ready for your interview?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's switch over to Otto real fast. So what's your plan?
I guess his first order of business is sort of just like casing the place out and sort of just like getting a general vibe for the building and sort of like what he might expect should he go in to volunteer.
Okay. Are you going around the front, going around the back? What's the...
Go around the front. Don't need to don't need to be overly conspicuous right
Sure.
out the gate.
Sure. Okay. You're able to get a good view even from across the street. I mean, you don't have to be right on the sidewalk in front of it unless you choose to be.
No, I'll start out sort of like across the way.
Okay. Give me a investigation and do perception.
Let's see. Investigation, perception. Difficulty 6?
Yeah.
Alright. 2 successes.
Okay. Based on your observation, you can tell there are some cameras that face out to the street. It seems on the surface clean, well organized. Nothing dangerous about it. Besides kind of a smug attitude of that sign that better days are ahead and happiness will follow and all that shit. But nothing that tips you off right away.
Okay. I think I'll sort of just like hang out outside for a bit, sort of like see who comes and goes.
Okay.
And then from there sort of like gauge whether I decide to go inside or not.
Okay. We'll say you kind of wait about 15-20 minutes. You do see several people coming out and a lot of worn out looking people kind of coming in and out. Most of them come out kind of a frown on their face. One guy kind of comes out and you just kind of see him. He's like kind of talking to himself, but he's kind of like, "What the fuck? Waste my time," and kind of goes stomping down the street. But no one dangerous looking coming in and out, but generally not families. I mean, you do see a lot of young people kind of coming in and out, but a lot of them do come out kind of looking dejected. But one or two do come out. You see holding like a small piece of paper that something that they got inside.
All right. Fuck it. Sure, I'll go inside. Why not?
All right. We're gonna switch over to Brian. Brian, when you go in, it is almost like going into a phone store, in that there are a couple different desks. There are people talking to representatives, we'll say. So typically, like when you go in a phone store, there's somebody who's going around greeting and all that. And this bubbly little blonde comes over, and she's like, "Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Harmony. How can I help you today?"
Hi, my name is whatever fake name I gave.
Insert name here.
I'm here for it. Yeah, insert name here. I'll come up with something moment when I have an NPC generator. I'll ring some names up later, but,
Joshua Johnson. I don't know.
No. We won't pull the
They call me JJ
here.
for short.
No. Joshua sounds good, but we'll go with something like Joshua Brown. We'll throw an E on the end of the Brown.
Okay.
Just to be different.
Like the other Brown.
Okay.
Yes,
Something
I'm
generic yet unique at the same time.
Yes. Yeah. So Joshua Brown. I'm here for. I had a text about getting a job interview here.
Awesome. Let me check with our manager, Tim. I'm sure he's going to be the one who can help you out with that.
All right.
Okay. And she just kind of spins. Now, in about 2-3 minutes, you slightly overhear some conversations. The place isn't that big. You hear a lot of the same thing. Well, we can't really prescribe anything here. We're not doctors, but your health is very important to us. So what we'd like to do is just get some information from you. And then if we feel like Harmony is going to be a good match for you, then what we'd like to do is schedule some time with you at our facility with our medical doctors, where they can fully examine you and see what your needs are. Does that sound okay with you? And people are generally like, yeah, whatever.
Anything to score a hit.
So in the meantime, a kind of a short man, kind of very thin, with some ragged features, he had pockmarks, with kind of short brown, and not slightly greasy, but just could use a wash. But this big smile comes out, and he's like, "Hey, Joshua, Tim Stevenson, great to meet you. Thanks for coming in today."
Sure, glad to. At this point, I want to try to activate one of my gifts.
Okay.
I have the persuasion gift.
Okay.
So we're going to see if that helps the situation at all.
Okay. All right.
And maybe get Tim to do a little more talking that he might not otherwise do.
Okay.
So I'm going to try to roll this beautiful bean footage.
Yep. Awesome.
And he's the manager, right?
Yeah.
That's who she said. So looks like I got 2 successes.
This says,
success lowers the difficulty for all social rolls for the rest of the scene by 1 and allows successful rolls to have an uncommonly strong impact. So
just long-held political views. So,
While Brian's talking and he enters the room, can I activate Sense of the Worm to see if I smell anything on him?
You sure can.
Okay. Yeah, I fully feel like it's just like looking at like some of the random, over-the-counter stuff on the wall. It's like takes in a deep breath as I activate Sense of the Worm.
Okay.
See what's going on. I just need to click it, right? For it to roll?
I believe so, yeah. I think it should be set up for you.
I clicked it and it gave me a box that I could say roll dice.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, and since he's in the same room, that's difficulty 6, not 7.
There you go.
0. Wow.
I rolled.
You got more dice than me.
It's a How is this determined? I rolled a 6 and a 9. How does that not pass a
You've got 3 ones.
Because you got 3 ones.
You got 3 ones.
Oh.
They subtract from the. They subtract.
Okay. Yeah. I'm shit.
That is so unfortunate.
I'm a little too distracted by the not correct side on the proper ways to take ibuprofen.
It's been our third season, I'm finally like, yes, you can roll sense worm. And
It's
you
like,
might
yes,
actually
it's
get there.
actually
And-
helpful in this situation.
The one season where it's going to be helpful is when I fail.
There's a lot of self-help CDs and some books and stuff like that in here,
Yeah.
but nothing that seems
Too many
overly bad.
essential
Yeah.
oils.
Yeah.
With Tim, I will, like, hey, after activating the gift,
Mhm.
I want to basically kind of like, all right, well, what do we need to do to get started here? This place looks
Come on.
really interesting. I looked out on your website. It looks like a great place to get started, on a new career.
Awesome. Yeah. Let's come on back to my office.
All right.
So, kind of a typical retail setup. Kind of step back. Small break room. It takes you back to literally kind of like a small office, and he's like, "Okay, have a seat," and fires up he's looking at his computer, and he's like, "Okay, so it says here that you have some experience in." This is what the player tells me.
Oh, Brian has paramedic training, so he's done some ambulance work. Occasionally worked as in hospitals, but he's bounced around a lot, and thought maybe instead of seeing the end of such, shall we say, escapades with people, he wanted to catch them at the beginning before they start entering the medical system, and cause being a burden on society, that kind of thing, and hopefully maybe getting a start in getting into these people's lives who are maybe just starting to fall a little bit and they just need a little help to carry on.
And that sounds awesome. Do you have any experience with therapy?
A little bit. I mean, I've had to calm patients down, but no direct, like I've never been a therapist, but like I've had a lot of experience, working with people who've been treated, how shall we say, badly by not only others, but drugs, guns, that sort of thing.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about our business. We do get a lot of folks who they have either their insurance has lapsed, they're not able to afford their medication. Sometimes they are unhoused and have nowhere else to go. We try to offer solutions to people at lower costs than your traditional pharmacies, because our mission really is to help everyone that we can. Can you roll perception, or actually wits, and it's not really a good choice for this. Sense bullshit is basically subterfuges, I think, is when you're trying to lie to someone.
Right. The other might be empathy.
Empathy, yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Wits and empathy.
All right. Now is this a social roll enough for me to get the bonus included here?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I do have a dot of empathy, but my wits is one of my better stats. So.
Okay. 2 successes. While his speech sounds genuine, you understand that this is a business and that they're not a charity.
They're here to make money.
Yes. So basically you're listening to his speech, but you're like, okay, when does the money part, or when does the, here's what our real job is, kind of. I'm
waiting for that to come in.
Yeah. Basically, I'm giving you this so that you can arm your next questions with, we deal with a lot of people who have been under a lot of stress. There's, people who have just been through, I have to say that I kind of struggle with addiction for many years myself. And I wish when I had been younger that there had been a place like this that could have helped me get maybe the care that I needed a little sooner. And he's like, but I'm not going to talk about myself today. We're going to talk about you. How are you? You say you have people skills with folks. A lot of these people can be aggressive at times. There is a misperception out there that they will walk in here and get free medication. I mean, we just don't have Ritalin, bottles of it to just hand out to every kid, who needs it, or Xanax. I mean, we don't work like that. So some of these folks can be a little difficult to deal with. How have you dealt with a situation like this in the past? I love giving mock interviews. So.
Yeah, right. So what I've primarily done is, talk to people, just try to convince them that I'm their friend. I'm here to help in whatever way we can. Kind of underline the fact that, we are still a business here. We can't just give things away. But as far as like what I've done in the past is mostly just try to convince people that I am here to help in whatever way I possibly can, even if that means sometimes that delivering bad news. That's really what we're about in this situation, is like trying to find the best solution. And sometimes that best solution is sorry, but no, and try to make that blow seem a little less, unfriendly.
Could you give me a subterfuge and charisma roll, please?
Yeah,
I want to see how well you can sell it.
There we go. And this is why I used my gift first.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I like to reward people for using gifts.
So 4 successes.
Oh, you sold it.
Yeah. He's all mine.
He's kind of leaned back a little bit, and he's like, your experience isn't quite normally what we've been looking for, but I sense you've got a good soul about you, Brian.
Gotcha.
Did I? He's like, you look like a Brian to me for some reason.
I've had people say that.
And then he kind of thinks for a second. He's like, but I think I'm willing to give you a chance if you are interested in joining the Harmony family.
I am very interested in joining this family. I need some work, and I'm willing. I think the reward for serving people is going to be greater than the monetary value that I'll be provided with. But standard bullshit answers. Yeah. Hey, right now he's making 0, so it's still more than what he's got.
Yeah.
Just the fact that I'll be helping some of these people out is really part of the reward. And the paycheck will be nice too. I'm not going to lie. But I think doing good for people in this town or in this city is really what it's all about.
He's like, how soon could you start?
Probably tomorrow, honestly. I really need to work, and as soon as you guys can clear me through whatever checks you do, I'll be ready to rock and roll.
Okay. Well, hey, that sounds great, Joshua. Gives you a big firm handshake.
Yeah. Brian will do, like, he won't go for the wrist breaking grip, but he will definitely return the grip. His strength is decent, so it's not Otto, but he's not an Alice or a
you
Diana.
have a business handshake.
Yes.
He's like, I will definitely be in touch. And right. it was great to meet you, Josh. Excuse me, Joshua. I didn't mean to shorten your name. We will, we have certain, paperwork, things like that. We have to go through background checks, those kinds of things.
Yep.
But we will definitely be in touch.
All right. Let me know, and I will be glad to start work as soon as you guys can clear me through.
Okay. While this is going on, Otto has wandered into the inside. And the bright blonde has come out to us. Hi, how are you? Welcome to Harmony. How can I help you today?
Oh, hi. I guess I've never really done this sort of thing before, but how does this whole thing work exactly?
Well, we offer services through a medical provider. We help to evaluate maybe what you're going through. I mean, folks come here with chemical dependencies, depression, with PTSD. Everybody's going through something different, and it's our job is to listen and get you pointed in the right direction to someone who's going to listen and help you. What's your name?
Abe.
Abe. Hi, my name's Summer, and it's great to meet you. Let me get you with one of our counselors, and we can start getting you started on the road right now.
Oh, it's that easy?
Of course.
Sure, that sounds great. Thanks.
Okay. She hooks you up with a guy who looks much younger than you. This tall, thin blonde, and he comes over and says, "Are you Abe?"
Yep, that's me. Last I checked.
Hi, my name's Sterling, and I'll be your counselor.
Nice to meet you, Sterling.
Okay. He takes you over, sits at a little table. And he's like, "So Abe, tell me a little bit about what brought you in today."
I've sort of been hearing pretty, positive things about this place. I hear it's like relatively new, and even though that logo or saying or whatever you got outside is kind of cheesy and maybe pushing a little bit,
He kind of looks at it like, "What do you mean?" So.
I don't know. It's kind of something I've been contemplating for a little while, so I figured might as well just see what you're all about, I guess.
It's the first step, Abe. So, and I don't mean to pry, what troubles you? What kind of hurts your heart? I can't do a straight face.
I've had some anger issues in the past.
Okay.
Hurt some people that I didn't mean to.
Oh, I'm so sorry. He puts his hand on your hand, and this guy is definitely like giving you a vibe like, "I really like you."
Okay. And I don't know. It's kind of been weighing on me for a while.
Oh, you shouldn't. You shouldn't have to go through this by yourself, Abe.
Well, I haven't really known who to go to, or maybe I've just been too nervous to even try going to anybody.
Have you? So you've never done any kind of counseling before, or spoken to a doctor about this, or anything?
Not really. I mean, I sort of just like dance around the subjects and act like everything's fine, or as fine as I can act like it can be.
We all do. We all lie to ourselves sometimes about who we truly are. I think it would be best for you to you could speak with one of our doctors. We have medical doctors, we have psychologists, we have lots of people who can help with getting to the root of the problem about maybe, where these, these bad feelings, where this anger comes from.
I kind of like the sound of that.
I think so. Let me do this. I'd like to schedule an appointment for you at one of our facilities. What you would do is they will set you up to meet with a therapist, and they will really just plan a plan for you. The player can't think of the right words, or the storyteller can't think of the right words. Sorry.
Treatment plan, action plan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
12-step program.
Do you have any insurance? Are you currently covered by any insurance?
Not really. I'm kind of, I'm just, working as a bartender. That doesn't really come with a lot of benefits.
Okay. They will want to at some point discuss the services. You're going to find that our services are a lot less expensive than a lot of other places. We really try to help as many people by offering as much care as we can without being too excessive. So kind of gets like a little iPad with him, and he's like, so what days are good for you?
My work schedule can be pretty flexible, so they just tell me your earliest time and I can make it work.
Gives you an appointment like 2 days from now, and it is in Seattle. Gives you an address and a name of a place. And we'll actually get into that in the next episode. But he's set up an appointment for you for like 2 days from now.
All right.
And he actually gets out a little card and starts writing everything out, and hands you the card.
And I'll take the card and sort of like give it the old once over.
Mm-hmm. And then he puts his hand on your shoulder and he's like, Abe, it's been so good to meet you, and I'm so glad you're taking the first step.
And I'll sort of like awkwardly sort of just like pat his hand.
Like stranger danger,
Yeah, and say it's been good to meet you too, Sterling.
My pleasure. And I think that's where we're going to wrap up for tonight.
All right, sounds good.
Time to make my note of the 2 things that I want to start next session with.
There you go.
We'll pick up in the next episode with the laundry detail.
Yes.
Laundry detail, and then with really everybody preparing kind of for their next day. So thanks. I want to thank everyone who played tonight, and I think we're off to a great start as usual.
Mm-hmm.
And just want to see how everybody's feeling.
Good to be back.
It is.
Yeah, it is good to be back, and I'm already planning for another callback from season 1, Diana.
Okay.
Just hopefully it goes better, Diana. Be like, hi, I'm a reporter. I would like to get information from people who
Yeah.
report better than season 1.
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
Okay. All right. Well, let's wrap up for tonight. Again, thank you for everyone watching on the stream. Thanks for everybody who joined us. Again, please be sure to give the video a like on YouTube and on Twitch. And why don't we see if anybody has anything they want to plug? I'll start with my friend Jen first.
Of course. Hi, I'm Jen. I'm the host of the Shattered Soulstone podcast. It's been around since 2011 with various hosts, and now it's just me. Most episodes come out on Saturday, and it's mostly about the Diablo series of games from Blizzard Entertainment.
Okay. And Whispers, you got anything going on?
Hi, I run the Dissonance Complex on Twitch and YouTube. You
Well,
should
don't sound so
definitely
excited
come.
about it.
Well, I mean, if this was the Dissonance Complex, it would be completely different. Hi, at the Dissonance Complex, we're a chaotic bunch of people who play TTRPGs and whatever hyperfixation I have that week. Since I'm in college, we're going back to school. I have, a body double stream on bi-weekly Wednesdays. So, come say hi and enjoy the chaos. But I promise at some point, my upload schedule will someday become stable.
Let's see. Matt, anything going on?
You're
Nope.
muted.
No, you're muted.
You're muted. I'll take that.
I was
as a no.
coughing earlier. Sorry. No, I got nothing going on.
Okay.
Vacation in a couple of weeks, but that's it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Limey, you got anything going on you want to prep for?
No, just beta testing W20. That's it.
Okay, awesome. Hey, Aloysius, you got anything going on?
Yes, camera problems, but other than that, I am running the next episode of River City Runs Red tomorrow night. Our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle. Well, one of them. One of the Vampire the
There's a
Masquerade
lot.
Chronicles that are on this channel. Takes place in Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Looking forward to it. I'm already thinking about how I got to coordinate with Evane to do something. So.
Oh, right.
But we will talk about that tomorrow night.
Indeed.
Let's see here on the channel again. Vampire tomorrow night. Saturday, playing some Fallout. Crawl out through the Fallout. That'll be on at 2 p.m. Eastern. And then next week I think we have a full schedule again next week of Symbaroum, Werewolf, Vampire. I don't think anything Saturday. So, but lots of games coming up. Please be sure to check them out. You can check out all the information here on the YouTube channel, or you can find us through the various socials. So let's go ahead and wrap up, say goodnight, and we'll see you all soon. Thanks again for watching. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, y'all.